Back at it again, baby! Yes! What is up, everyone? Welcome to a review for Max Factory's Figma Eijiro Kirishima. And man, so I don't know if you saw my Todoroki review, which is right up there. But yeah, it was a good figure, but something about him, I guess it was just Todoroki's character in general, which shouldn't really affect my reviewing, and I don't think it did. Eventually, like at the end there, I gave him a fair score or a fair review. However, I wasn't as pumped to review him as I think I should have been, but Kirishima is, I think, on a different level for me, just because, like, I think he's got more character, he has more life to him than, or, you know, like, just, I don't know, Todoroki's sad, so he doesn't really lend himself to be excited for him. Yeah, he's cool, and he's got awesome quirks, but, I don't know, Kirishima, like, something about this dude, like, it just gets me, and I'm really, really excited for it. If you want to know what he just comes with in the box, and, you know, just like, oh, cool, I want that, head on over to that link right up there, which is just a what's in the box segment of showing what he comes with, and then you can be on your way, you know? That's if that's what you want to do, or if you are here to stick around for the absolutely full in-depth, probably too in-depth review, that's what we're here to do today. And honestly, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this review. Alright, for articulation for Kirishima, looking nice. So he can look up about that much, which is not very impressive. Look down about that much, which is, it's okay. Turn his head sideways on both sides. Full, can you do full 360? It's kind of, oh goodness. I don't think I can do full 360. That's not good. But I mean, who wants exorcism Kirishima? Not I. Anyways, can do a wingspan about that much. And I would like to point out also the articulation with these weird little shoulder cog sort of things. They are posted right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. The camera's it's right up there, and it's actually, it works pretty well unless you point them down like that. But there you go. See the little ball joint right there? That's where they plug in. And they don't really hinder too much, which is good. I'm not really a big fan of like sleeves and stuff. I know like most anime characters have sleeves, but for them to not hinder, that is really good. Doesn't have double jointed elbows or arms right there, and does not have a bicep swivel, but can do a full 360 like that, and then also around. Now the thing with the arms and then the other stuff is, as you could see, it falls off. It falls off pretty easily there if you try to do the full 360, and then you get the cog there, it starts to fall off. It does have a ball joint within the wrist, can curl and then turn sideways and then wave like so, if you see to do so as fit, whatever. Look, has a little bit of an ab crunch about going right there, and then limbo style with the combination of the hip joint going about that much, which is okay. See, the thing with his, like, I don't think right here it's connected to the thing there, so it doesn't really allow for much motion, but can do sideways like that. Can do a split, which like that, but I don't really see Kirishima being super flexible, so I guess that's okay unless you want to make him do some crazy poses. But the thing with Figma is, if you do splits like this, their legs do fall off, their arms do fall off, so that is kind of the one big bummer about Figma. Doesn't have double jointed knees as well, but can do about a range like that, which is it's okay. Can point his toes down about that much, point them up about what is that, and has the smallest, and I mean the smallest toe pivot action I have ever seen in my freaking life. What? Oh, already 0. I'm kidding. No, toe pivot action isn't really too important for me, but it is something I like to have. So articulation wise, it's okay. It's Figma. That's what I have to say about this. Like, it's good. It's not great. So, but I mean, I still love the character. So yeah. For paint apps and sculpting for Kirishima. Looking really good. Everything is solid start colors, really no shading going on whatsoever. I think the sculpting is kind of what wins it on this one there. The hair looks really nice, especially just going to the back here, just giving me dream Super Saiyan like red when I was super young. I was just, oh my god, how cool would it be if their hair was red and it was spiky just like this. So that's looking really cool. Like I said, no shading, but the colors do look good on these weird little shoulder cog pieces right there. And then if you can see right there, Kirishima is he's pretty cut. He's got a six-pack going on there. So good for you, buddy, doing what I'm just gonna say me. I'm not even gonna lump most people in it. I'm just gonna say me, what I cannot do. And then one of the prized possessions of this figure right here is the, like, look at that. So it's the hardening quirk forearms there, and it looks really good. There is, like I said, no shading whatsoever, but it does look good from just kind of like a look and sculpting standpoint. But I think it would have given it a lot more definition and a cooler look if there was just, I don't know, just like see how my hand is causing a little bit of shadow. Just give it that, and then it would look cooler instead of just, does he have rock arms? I can't tell. Oh, he does have rock arms. And then going down to the Red Riot little cape sort of robe sort of thing here. I love the way it looks. The red R looks really cool. And then going around to the back here, it is articulated, so it can come up if, I don't know, if he wanted to power up. You can't power up, dude. Don't lie to us. Maybe to kind of give it some range for his kicking. For, I don't know, he doesn't kick either. He just punches. What is this? I mean, it's cool. But so the sculpting on that is really cool. It's got a very tattered look to it, and then you can push them down, and they overlap each other, so they lay over like that. So, and it looks like it fits right there really good. Pants are just black, nothing going on right there. And then going down to the shoes and the boots there, looking really nice. Kind of got like a little rub right there. And then also, I didn't show, but there is a little bit of articulation when it comes to turning around that way, and then he can twist his calf around like that. Cool, I guess. I mean, it can lead to some really cool poses. And then you've got these penny loafer looking boots. I don't know, man. It's the shading that always gets me with Figma. It's like, you could do better, but you don't. You just sculpt it and leave it as is. So it's kind of plain, but overall, as far as the sculpting goes, it does look pretty good. All right, for accessories, Kirishima is looking nice. So the main part for accessories on this dude is his face plates, and then those lovely rock hard forearms. And he looks really good. I love the bolted look on the side there, and then going around, same thing over there, looks really good. And then around it, it looks really nice. It has like the metallic sheen or look to it, so that is really cool. The face looks really good as well. As far as the teeth goes, he's got a little bit of those spiky teeth that he likes to have. The eyebrows are on freaking point, and then you've got the smallest, the hint of that little cut above his 1, 2, 3 right eye there, looking really nice. Underlining around the eyes looking really good. Irises are killing it on freaking point. Pupils are very beady but look really good as well. And then you've got the little stop on both sides there that look really good, that gives it and lends itself to the anime and the manga look of the character. So very, very impressed with the faceplates here. Alright, as badass as I want Kirishima to be, especially when I put him on my shelf, this might be the faceplate that goes on there. This is just freaking adorable. Look at those sharp teeth that he normally has, and then you've got the metal. Oh, what is that? Brace frame? Like, is that your way of saying that you have braces, Kirishima? Like, just because of those teeth, somebody's gotta get a hold of those and get them fixed. Or maybe you're into that. I'm not sure, but it looks really good. The cut over the right eye is still fitting and perfectly well done, and then you've got the little bit of shading in between the two eyes there. The closed eyes look really good, and then the eyebrows are so tiny but so on point. It is unreal. God, I love this faceplate. Alright, one, I want to call attention to, look at that. That's what I had to do to get this faceplate onto this boy. Like, all the spikies going on there. Luckily, he didn't pierce the skin there, but look at the faceplate. I know the pain was there, but man, the pain was worth it. Oh my God, looks so good. There is no differentiation as far as, like, kind of going on what's in the mouth there. It's just pretty pink, but then the teeth actually have like some depth to them, if you can see that. Like, you can actually see that the mouth is open from a side standpoint, because normally with these figures it's kind of flat and you can't really see too much. That is not the case with this, especially with the depth of the teeth there. That looks really awesome. And then the eyes look really good. Underlining around the eyes look great. That scar is still killing it. Still love the attention to detail that they did right there. And then, like, he even has like a little bit of an eyelash thing going on there, so that looks really good. And then the crowning jewel of this faceplate is the hardening quirk on his forehead, so that gives him the same look as his forearm right there. And we just popped his arm off because, you know, Figma. But so look, don't bite your arm, dude. That's weird. So it's the same kind of look there on there. Now I'm happy that they actually did some shading and some line work on the forehead instead of just sculpting it on there. So you can actually tell when the light doesn't hit it that's what's going on there. And then the eyebrows are peeking in there. Don't punch your eye. Peeking in there around the underlining around the eyes. So that looks really good. So all of these face plates are grade A. Awesome, Kirishima. Good job, buddy. Good. I know you didn't make them, but I'm still happy for you. So I know that the other one, I already put that on there. I get that. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm actually going to show how to get that in there. And it is a little bit of a bitch to get in there. So just stick with me here. So you pull it out like so. Usually, hopefully, that doesn't come out. There we go. Okay, so that went perfect. The other one was a little bit of a not too fun there. So he's got his little peg arm there, and then you insert like so. So not too bad as far as that goes. Now I know I've already harped on it, and I know I've already said the things about it, but the forearm and the sculpting look really good as far as the rock hardening quirk, and especially the elbow. The elbow kind of like gives it. It lets you know that this is what's happening. He's going to take some bullets, and it's not going to affect him whatsoever. Now, like I said, the shading on it just leaves a lot to be desired. As in, when I say shading, I mean no shading. No shading on it leaves a lot to be desired on the forearms. But the sculpting itself is grade A, solid. Yeah, yeah. We made a joke. You don't have to laugh at it. I'm not laughing at it. I feel bad for actually saying it to you right now. I'm sorry. Please just take the whole thing. Tony, can you? All right. Well, it's already went to the editing room. So anyways, looking really good as far as the forearms go. And then for the hands here, so yes, it does come with two fisty fist hands. One is regular unhardened fisty fist hand, and then you've got some that have just a little bit of the hardening quirk going up there to the metacarpals around the knuckles there. So that looks really good, and I'm actually glad they included that, and they didn't just be like, oh, he's got a fist, it's fine, it's fine, it's a rock, you understand. No, they didn't do that. So really happy about that. The way he's holding his hands right here just makes it seem like I'm a monster. But here we go. We got the second quirk hands there, and they look really good, especially when the rock hardening quirk goes up to the metacarpals, or the knuckles right there, top of the hand. That looks really good. But then around the side, you can't really tell the difference between the two. So if you could see when the shadow hits it right there, that is where the sculpting happens. But then the rest of it is just a normal hand. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. I'm pretty not okay with him not coming with kind of like his knife hands. That sort of thing, to where he does that and he shows people his hardening quirk. That kind of seemed like a give me to me, and they just gave us this instead, which is a bummer. And they didn't give us any other hardening quirk hands. So we got this kind of, I guess, hardening technique hand, and then we've got the hardening punchy punch hands there. So it's okay. It's not the greatest. I'm not feeling it. And then I'll do the rest, just showing it off with the hands. And these are not the hardening quirk hands. We've got the thumbs up hand right here, and then you a pair of holdy hands, sort of thing. I guess you could put something in there if he has a pole. And then the same thing. So this is what I wanted. This is what needed to be a little bit of the hardening quirk hands. They're kind of more straight out, and the fingers are less flexed. They need to be like sort of thing. But yeah, that's it for his hands. So I'm not feeling it. I feel like they could have done better on the accessories for the hands, at least, because that's kind of all Kirishima has, is his hands. And Eijiro, is that how you say it? Eijiro Kirishima stands at about, it looks to be 6 and almost a quarter inch with that adorable, awesome red hair. So kind of on the taller end for a Figma there. So I'm actually really excited to see him with the rest of his Figma, yes, Figma and some others, Class 1A peoples here, just because, that's kind of what lends itself to all of these characters coming out. And also, like, the other lines are different, so as far as scaling goes, we need to know, does he look okay? And here we are with his Class 1A classmates. Is that kind of like redundant? Class 1A classmates? You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, we have Figma's Shoto Todoroki over here to the left. Figma's Izuku Midoriya, or Deku, which is the very first release of the Figma MHA line. So that's really cool. He's honestly, like, look at that size difference. I'm okay with it just because they're not using the same height model there. So that's really cool, especially since Deku is shorter. And then we have got Figma's Kachan or Bakugo over here, and then Amazing Yamaguchi's Izuku Midoriya, which kind of sports the Season 4 look. And then, of course, we have Amazing Yamaguchi's All Might right there. So looking really good with all of these guys. I'm actually really excited for this. And I've kind of been like on the fence of, do I stop collecting Figma just because Amazing Yamaguchi just announced or showed off the Kachan or the Bakugo or the Lord Explosion Death Murder sort of thing? Or do I keep kind of going with these and kind of have like an earlier form of the classmates compared to the newer form of classmates? I'm not sure. I still have my best girl, Ochako Urabity, to review, so I'm really excited for that. But guys, we have done articulation, paint apps, and sculpting, accessories, and size comparisons. So without further ado, I don't know. This one makes no sense at all, but it's kind of like the first thing that came up in my head. So I'm sorry, Tony. Just roll the clip. It's fine. They'll forgive me either way, right? Kirishima is... Ladies and gentle collectors, are you entertained? This is what I have to ask because I'm curious. What are you thinking about the guy? I've got some feelings. I've got some thoughts. I've got some things that I'd like to get off of my chest, sorta thing maybe. So overall, he seems like a really fun figure, and I say fun because a lot of the things he comes with, like, he's really fun to pose. Like, his balance isn't the greatest, especially if you got him doing some wide stances, which Kirishima should be doing. He is a ground, close to the ground body brawler, and for him to not be able to do the greatest of wide stances, whether it's because of his awesome little Red Riot cape, or maybe it's because of the Figma functionality of the legs or the hips, it doesn't lend itself to a good time, I gotta say. And then I was saying that the cogs kind of caused some problems. They weren't causing problems at first, but the more I got to mess around and play with them, they were causing some problems, which I was not happy with. They kept falling apart. They did kind of hinder the movement, in the sense of he can't like cross his arms properly. So that is a little bit of a bummer. And then the arms, they're cool, but they're like I'm talking about the rock hardening quirk arms. They're cool, but they kind of come out a lot, especially when you're messing with the upper arms. Those come out a lot, and it's annoying. It's not a deal breaker, but it is kind of annoying when you're trying to get them to do some cool things and the arms just keep falling out. Other than that, now that is a lot of gripes, like seriously. The paint apps on him are pretty good. Articulation, like I said, not so much. The accessories are pretty good. I'm liking them. And then size comparisons are just chef's kiss, baby. Like seriously, love the way he looks with the rest of the MHA line, whether it is with Figma or Amazing Yamaguchi. The only really outlier for Amazing Yamaguchi is Deku, and that's just because he's a different scale and he's a different line, so it doesn't really have to compare too well with that. My rating scale is hate it, like it, love it, got to freaking have it. And oh man, it's kind of hard. Like, it's in the middle of a like it and a love it. It's definitely not a gotta freaking have it, just because I feel like Amazing Yamaguchi could do a better job with this character, with this figure in general, and especially for the price point of Figma. It usually runs around $85 to $90. And with Amazing Yamaguchi killing it and knocking it out of the park with its two most recent releases of All Might and Deku, which you can check up the video reviews right up there if you want to. It's I don't know, man. I'm gonna say love it, and it's gonna be a cautious love it, in the sense of he's a really fun figure, but functionally he doesn't do the best job that we need to get done. Yes, he is an outdated costume version, but that's kind of what heroes do. They change and tweak their costumes all the time. So it's not a gripe point. It's just an observation. So yeah, I must say it's in the middle of like it and love it, but ultimately it's going to be a love it. It's still a really fun figure. Would I recommend you picking him up for $85-$90? That's up to you, man. If you got the money, you do it. If you're kind of like on the fence about it, like that's maybe a little too much, especially for the functionality of the figure, then I would honestly say wait. Amazing Yamaguchi is probably going to do a Kirishima. He is one of the more popular characters of the MHA. I wouldn't say faculty, student members. So yeah, but anyways, if you like those shots going on over there in between the break, make sure and head on over to LeCompton _projects. And my dumbass just found out that Instagram does not have spaces in between their usernames, so you could even just type in LeCompton projects and it would probably go the same way and you could find them over there. So give them a like, love, follow, whatever you got to do. And speaking of like, love, follow, whatever you got to do, if you just want to come hang out and watch me do dumb, stupid things, I even named Jin Lord Sillybottom on my last stream because, you know, why not? That makes all the sense in the world for the most serious character and stoic character of the game to be named Lord Sillybottom and decimate everyone in his path. Head on over to twitch.tv/LeCompton projects and give me a follow over there and just come hang out. Love to chat with you guys in real time instead of back and forth comments. It's kind of like sending letters in the olden days of comments, and you'd be like, okay, well, I'll reply to him in 3 days, and when he gets that. So it's obviously a more personal sort of communication over there. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, make it a 2-for-1 notification deal, and hit that notification bell right up there, lets you know when all my videos are coming out. And seriously, thank you guys so much for watching this. And until next time, Compton out.